I'm here in Jaipur to experience one of India's most unique watchmakers, Jaipur Watch Company. And what I witnessed today completely changed how I look at watches. Come, let me show you around. As someone who has visited Swiss watch manufacturers, explored heritage maisons in Europe, and spent years understanding luxury craftsmanship, I'm always curious when an Indian brand tries to do something different in horology. So I came here to meet the founder, Gaurav Mehta, and to see what actually happens behind the scenes. What stood out to me immediately was the vision. Gaurav didn't want to create another generic fashion brand. He wanted to build watches that preserve Indian heritage, culture, and storytelling on the wrist. And that philosophy is what makes Jaipur Watch Company so unique. Every piece starts with an idea. Sometimes it's inspired by Indian heritage, sometimes by rare historic coins, and sometimes by moments in history that people connect emotionally with. What fascinated me was seeing how these ideas move from rough concepts into precise 3D renders and detailed watch designs. This is the part people never see. The amount of planning, proportions, dial detailing, case construction, and engineering that goes into even a single watch is honestly incredible. And then comes the signature element of Jaipur Watch Company, the coins. Real coins, some decades old, some carrying historic significance. Each one is carefully sourced, sorted, preserved, and integrated into the watches. And suddenly, the watch becomes more than an accessory. It becomes a piece of history you can actually wear. Walking through the manufacturing unit was probably my favorite part. Seeing the machinery, the precision, the tiny details, and the people behind it all really changes your appreciation for watchmaking. Every single person here, from the designers to the craftsmen, is contributing to something much larger than just a product. There are hundreds of micro decisions, tiny tolerances, craftsmanship, patience, and human skill coming together. I also spend time with the team, understanding how customers connect emotionally with these watches. And honestly, once you wear them and hear the stories behind them, you understand why people love them. These aren't mass-produced luxury products trying to imitate the West. They feel uniquely Indian. What impressed me the most wasn't just the watches, it was the ambition. An Indian brand trying to create its own identity in an industry dominated by centuries of Swiss heritage. What stayed with me wasn't just the watches, but the passion, ambition, and the belief behind them. And doing it through storytelling, craftsmanship, and culture. Because Indian watchmaking doesn't need to copy the world anymore. Brands like Jaipur Watch Company are proving we can create something the world pays attention to. There is a certain pride in seeing Indian craftsmanship evolve into something globally relevant. And after spending time here, one thing became very clear to me. This is not just consuming luxury anymore. We are starting to create it. And maybe years from now, we'll look back at the brands like Jaipur Watch Company as the beginning of the new chapter of Indian luxury.